Hello everyone, today is Sunday, November the 17th, I think. Yes, 17th. We have not been to the house since Thursday. And so, you guys can only see half of me because of the sun. So we're gonna go look at the house and see, and it's a good day to go look at the house. We didn't want to go when it was like wet and rainy and whatever because, you know, we just don't want those kind of problems. So today's a good day. It's really sunny outside, so we'll be able to, you know, just take off our shoes, which I wore the appropriate shoes. I wore shoes that you could just, I wore my Nike slides that I can just kick off so I can, you know, roam about the house. So we're gonna take some measurements today. We may be going to Rooms to Go because we have gone to pretty much all of the mattress stores and just furniture stores in this whole city, and we've yet to be impressed by any, like how we were impressed by one that we laid on at Rooms to Go. So I think it would be a good idea to just go back after it's been like a couple of months and just lay on it just to confirm that it was like really it, because that mattress, you guys, was nothing to play with. Like, it was heaven. I mean, it was a hybrid, I do know that. So anyway, that's probably what we're gonna do. Again, it's Sunday afternoon, it's 3 o'clock. We don't really like being out a lot for a long extended period of time, so we'll probably run these little couple errands, which I consider going to the house to basically be an errand, and then maybe swing by our Rooms to Go, and then we're probably gonna come on home. So anyway, we will meet you guys at the house. Okay, you guys, we are here, and there's somebody behind us. I don't know if this is like our soon-to-be neighbor, but we did just see our other neighbors. You know, those people we met like months ago? They're like moved into their house, so we saw them. So we're here.
Oh, our doorbell's sideways.
Our doorbell's sideways. What the heck? What? That is not cute.
It's not.
What the heck is that? I mean, I don't expect many. It's cold.
Still got some painting to do.
Still got painting to do?
Still got some paint. I forgot we had all this stuff.
This is so cute. Look, you guys. No?
That'd be nice.
Okay, so here's what I have. So the monster-in-law has my measuring tape. She stole it. So I have this strap here that we're gonna use. So I have made it the length of our dining room table, which we are not sure is going to fit in here comfortably. So we're just gonna lay this out on the floor. So, I mean, if we have 4 chairs, we can just move the chair if we really need to get in the coat closet. Plus we live in Georgia, so I don't see us getting in there a whole lot.
That ain't terrible. Not bad at all.
That's just our current table.
Yeah. Yeah, but when we move in, it'll be good. You know, we can put it up right there.
So we do need 4 chairs.
Hmm.
We do need dining room chairs. So you want to have a table with no chairs?
I never got chairs now.
No, those are falling apart.
Alright, cool, no chairs.
How many is this? 1 window?
2.
That's not a window.
3. Huh? You gonna put lunch right there or something, ain't you?
You are?
You don't leave it open? People can't see out of every other window, but they can see through the back door.
Okay. So you count that as 2 or?
Well, I guess we can put like something with like blinds or something.
I was gonna put some curtains or something.
Yeah, curtains, cool. Alright, so you don't count that. Alright. 1.
Actually count it. 2, 3.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6,
7,
8, 9. See how big this is right here. Yeah, we ain't gonna use this whole car.
Did I not tell you that? What's this? Y'all know I'm nosy. Don't leave no papers behind.
So I guess this is where we're gonna put our shoes at right here. 10, 11. We got 12, 13.
That's what I told you.
13 window.
Mm-hmm. I need to take pictures to send to my siblings. When we come here, we never take pictures only of the outside on our way out because we're always videoing it. So I need to take some pictures so I can send to my friends and family members. So yeah, that's what I'm about to do. What you gonna eat out of?
A cheese one. $300 food.
There he goes. Okay, you guys, we're in rooms to go. My camera is dead. It's a tragedy, but we want to go try out. Well, I'm gonna look around, but also we want to try out the refrigerator. What is it? The bed.
Mattress.
The mattress. We do like a round table, so we're kind of entertaining these, but I don't know if I like the abstract stuff at the bottom. Why does food trying to crush me up like a pretzel, twist me up like a pretzel? Put my head back, dude. Hey, you guys, it is Monday, November the, let's see here. It's like November the, what's today? Oh my gosh, November 18th. And I just got an email from the United States Appraisals, and it has all of our like our name and new address for the house and all of that. And they are requesting that we pay this amount. The loan officer hasn't messaged me yet, so I'm assuming he did this and he's going to message me and tell me that this is a thing and instruct me on what to do, although I'm not, you know, I obviously know how to make payments online, but I'm just kind of waiting to hear back from him. But yeah, it just seems like it's just got real, y'all. Good morning, everyone. So it is November the 20th, which is crazy, you guys. It's crazy that it's November the 20th, which means that technically we're a month away from closing on our house, which is wild. So I wanted to update you guys on yesterday, November the 9th. We talked to our loan officer regarding the appraisal and like what that means. Obviously, I know what an appraisal is. I know what it means to appraise an item, a car, a house, whatever. It's to get the value of it. But what I wanted to talk to him about, or, you know, whatever, is like, does that mean that the house is almost completed? Like, where are we in the house process? Because I didn't know if that meant like it. So essentially, once the house is 90% completed, then they can appraise the house. Once the builder tells the loan officer and the appraisal people that the house is 90% completed, then they can go out and appraise it. So I'm like, does that mean the house is 90% completed? Like, what is it? Did we just pay it and now we just kind of wait until it's 90% completed? And that's the answer. We paid it, so now we're just going to kind of wait until it's 90% completed. What else happened in our conversation? We locked in our interest rate because, you know, interest rates fluctuate, but to my knowledge, per our conversation yesterday, they can be locked in at like 30 days or 60 days, I think. I think anything like more than 60 days isn't a thing, but I'm not sure, so don't quote me on that. I just know that 60 days is a thing, and so is 30 days. So since we're 30 days out, we went ahead and locked in the interest rate, which is giving us the best mortgage rate, the lowest mortgage rate. Not like, I mean, obviously you can get your mortgage, the more you put down, essentially, the better interest rate you have, the cheaper your mortgage. But according to what we were going to put down, the 3.5% interest rate, which is what we have, and also so basically how it works is, of course you can get your mortgage whatever you want, you know, the more that you put down. If you put down more, you can get a lower mortgage. But the mortgage that he gave us two different scenarios, this interest rate or this interest rate, and this mortgage payment and this mortgage payment. We got the lower interest rate. That's the one that we chose, which I think is the lowest interest rate that we could get, like, given our circumstances, like given our credit scores and stuff like that. I'm sure interest rates can be lower. So we chose that option, which also resulted in a lower mortgage payment. The interest rate that was more obviously resulted in putting down less, but also a higher mortgage. So we chose to put down the most amount. Like I said, there was like this option, lower interest rate, lower monthly payment, lower mortgage payment, and putting down more, or this other one, which is higher interest rate, less that you would put down on the house, and more of a monthly payment, more of a mortgage payment. So we chose option A, which seemed like a good option for us, of the two, because we're okay to put more down. Like, it's fine. So all of that to say, we have the amount of money that we need to pay down, that we need to put down on the house and put for the closing costs and all of that. We have all of that. We've had that for some time now. That was like the most important thing, obviously. We also have a little bit more money. So we have like an account that has our house savings in it. It also has more money than that. So we can choose if we want to put that down, or we can choose like add that to the down payment, or we can choose to just keep the money or whatever. What we're gonna do is just leave it alone. That's what we're thinking of right now, because we might need it at closing. Like, we're not, it's there and we don't have like a real legit plan for it as of right now. Like, the plan right now is just to add it to the plan right now is just to kind of leave it alone, and if we happen to need it at closing or something because the number was off or whatever, then we can just add it to, you know, what we're paying at closing. If we don't need it, then we'll just probably leave it in our savings account, or put it in our savings account. So that's kind of the plan for that excess money. Of course, it could be used to buy furniture and stuff too. Probably we'll use it on a bed, actually, or a bed frame, or a mattress, or a bed frame, or something. So that's kind of the plan right now. We're just going to chill and leave that money alone. Like I said, we do have an excess amount, so that's cool. We put $500 down to reserve our lot. If you guys remember that was like the first step. And we put $500 towards our appraisal fee. So that's $1,000 that's going to be deducted at closing. So, we, you know, like, we already figured that into our number. We already knew that was going to happen. But if I haven't told you guys that, that is what is going to happen. Let's see here. What did we talk about? Locked in the interest rate. He said that we're moving along, because I'm like, so that means we're trucking along, right? And he was like, yeah, you're definitely trucking along, and you're doing a little bit more than trucking along. So that's cool. That means that we're like on track. I asked him what the next step would be. The next step is, in our process right now, is for Linda, who is our loan processor. I said, are all of the documents that you needed, like now that we sent our last pay stubs and all of that, do you have all the documents that you need? And if so, like, did you do what you needed to do with them, which is send them to the loan processor? He said, yes, our loan processor is Linda. And I said, you know, like, what's that process going to look like, or whatever. He kind of explained to me how Linda works, because I guess he's worked together with Linda for some time, or on different projects. And he shared that Linda does move pretty quickly. So our loan might be approved within the next couple of weeks, which would put us at like the very beginning of December. So that's kind of like when we're like, what's happening between now and the beginning of December. After that, then the house, you know, has to be appraised, of course, when it's 90% completed. And I guess some other like things need to happen, like some stuff maybe on the builder's end or the realtor's end or what have you, but we're still a go for a December 20th closing date. So that's kind of what happened during yesterday's conversation. I'm pretty sure that's it. I'm loving documenting this in real time, because my brain ain't what it used to, my mind ain't what it used to be. It ain't really ever used to be all that anyway, but it really ain't what it used to be now that I'm old. So that said, I don't think I could recall these events, like if I try to do a mortgage series sometime down the line next year or whatever. So I'm loving documenting this stuff in real time. So that is kind of where we are. Again, it is November the 20th. We're expected to close December the 20th, which is a Friday and my last day at work. That's because, you know, my siblings, I was talking to them yesterday and they were like, why'd you choose your last day at work? Not my last day at work, but like the last day at work until we close, because we closed for like a week and a half, almost 2 weeks for the holidays. And I was like, I just gave them a date because they were like, you know, what closing date are you going for? So I was just like, I don't know, December 20th, because I could probably sneak out and come back over here to close, because we're going to be closing, like, the place that we close, the lawyer's office, is every bit of like 15-20 minutes from here, which would mean it's probably like a good 40-45-50 minutes from work. So, you know, I'm thinking maybe on the last day I could sneak out and go close on my house and come back, or, you know, whatever. I don't know. That was my thought process. We're down to close if they want to do it. If they're finished and ready the week before, you know, a couple of days before the 20th, that's fine too. We can close whenever. I just threw out a random date. But it is a little hectic at work during this time of the year, because we're like trying to prepare and meet deadlines before we go on this huge break. So I don't really know how that's gonna shake out, but in retrospect, I'm thinking maybe we should, if we can do it on the 19th, we should, because my husband's off work on Thursday the 19th, and then at least both of us won't have to take off from work, because we're not going to be able to do it of the evening. Like, there ain't no way. I mean, unless we take off work, and I'm not taking off work to close on the house. I know that sounds bad, but like, I'm not, like, my husband would have to legit miss out on, I'm salary, so it matters not really for me, but my husband would have to like miss out on money to close on a house. And I'm just, anyway, I mean, it's not the end of the world. I'm sure people do it all the time. I'm just saying, I don't really like missing out on work for any reason. So anyway, that is it for this update. Like I said, I just wanted to share that with you guys. That's pretty much what took place, what transpired. I have to go to work like right now, so I will talk to you guys whenever we get another update, essentially. Bye guys. Real quick, it is the 21st. We have made contact with Linda, who is our loan processor. So just to reiterate, loan officer, loan processor, mortgage underwriter. So, you know, the steps have been realtor, who gets us in contact with the loan officer, which this is only because we're going through like that development. Otherwise, you know, in the building process, in that development, otherwise the route would probably be different. But realtor got us in contact with the loan officer, who they're like, it's like they're all in network, if you will. They all utilize each other's services first, so they're preferred lenders, they're preferred such and such, they're preferred such and such. So that's why it's like a smooth transition. But realtor got us in touch with the loan officer, who got us in touch with the loan processor, who then will get us in touch with the mortgage underwriter, although I don't think we'll have a lot of contact with that person. But what I wanted to say is, yesterday we like got an email from Linda, who was our loan processor, and we have this like a portal. We have a portal where we can like upload documents and do whatever for the loan officer and the loan processor, and probably the mortgage writer, I'm not sure, but it's just a portal. Actually, even my our realtor will send us stuff on there to sign and scan back in. But what I wanted to say is, we went through and we signed the updated agreement. So we did that with the realtor, and then that information then went to the loan officer, and then I guess the loan processor, so we can put our updated signatures on there. Because what we did is we signed a bunch of papers. Again, it's like an agreement, a contract. It talked about, like, it had both mine and my husband's names on there spelled correctly, because there was a time where the name was spelled incorrectly, my husband's, which everybody does. My last name, they spell our last name wrong. So that was a thing. We went through and signed that. Also, it had like details that you would probably want to know, like, is this a fixed mortgage? Yes. Is the rate fixed? Yes. You know, will any of these numbers change when you go to closing? No. How much is the house valued for? Whatever. How much are you expected to bring it to closing? Whatever. What is your down payment that you've agreed upon? Whatever. Like, it had a bunch of information. But one thing that I wanted to mention to you guys is something that we had to, so we went through electronically and signed like all of those documents. And then one thing that we had to like print and sign and put back on there is from Linda. It is our borrower's authorization. So this is saying that we intend to proceed with that company, and we intend to apply jointly. and we both had to sign it and turn it back in. And then the next sheet is a notice of borrower's right to select an attorney in Georgia. I do know an attorney, my cousin, but he doesn't live in Georgia, so there's that. But what we have to do is select if we wish to exercise our right to select an attorney to perform the title work and conduct the loan closing, or if we do not, or if we do wish to, for which case they want our attorney's name and address and phone number. But again, that person doesn't live in Georgia. So we've both signed these, and we can fax it back, which I may do, or I think I'm just gonna scan it and then upload it to the portal. Either way, the moral of the story is my scanner was tripping, acting real crazy yesterday. I have 2 of them, but I never use the other one because it's not like connected to my computer, and I don't want to be bothered with doing that. But the other documents, like, I've never had any issues with this, with my scanner, but it just would not scan to my MacBook, or I tried to scan it to an email address. So I don't know, but all of that to say, I actually have that document with me in my hand because I'm just going to do it at work, because that the struggle. My work computer is being investigated because it's been acting crazy, and it's in our office, and the office manager is like in contact with the computer people trying to like troubleshoot it or whatever. So I may just have to use it today because even though it's not acting right, what it's doing is just getting on Wi-Fi. Like, it'll connect to Wi-Fi or the internet, and then it'll just stop abruptly after like 2 minutes, 3 minutes, 20 minutes. So it's just gonna have to work, or I'll scan it to my email, which comes to my work phone, and then I'll forward it or save it. Maybe I'll forward it to my husband. He's gonna be at home today, and then he can upload it to the portal. I don't know, but that's the plan for today. So I just wanted to share with you guys, you know, where we are in the process. We really are moving along. So I will, oh, and the house, I told y'all this, or did I? I did not. The house is 67% completed per the realtor. Per my eyes, it looks about 85% completed, but per the realtor is, you know, we're about 67% of the way through the process. So just wanted to give you guys an update. I hope that wasn't too crazy. Probably was because it's 7 o'clock a.m., but matters not. I will catch you guys in the next segment. Bye, guys.